Right, still on the People's Democratic Party crisis, the Plateau State chapter of the party is urging Nigerians to disregard comments credited to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, that the party's North Central Congress was aborted following failure of the PDP's National Working Committee to fulfill certain conditions. Now, former Senate Minority Leader, Senator Simon Nwankwo, says elections were conducted and an executive elected. The former Senate Minority Leader expressed surprise with a statement credited to the FCT minister that the Congress was aborted. The PDP State Publicity Secretary also confirmed that elections were conducted and duly supervised by officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission.
Took place for the North Central on Saturday. It was peaceful, well attended. All delegates from the 6 states and FCT were present, and the process was free and fair. A lot of them came unopposed, and those positions that were contested, people went and cast their votes for their candidate of choice, and we had a new leadership in the North Central emerge with Abdul Rahman as the chairman, with other escorts that were all elected. Very peaceful, well organized, and the process was free and fair. The Congress did not took place or was aborted because the way the message I've read is showing as if no Congress took place in the first place. But you and I knew that people came and they voted and they cast our votes. And it was very peaceful, well attended. So I don't want to join issues with our leader until perhaps when I will hear from him one-on-one and directly.
I'm testifying to you here that the Congress was very successful. And I think you were there.
Yes, I was.
Fine. And you know INEC was there?
Yes.
Fine. So, which INEC again is he saying that wasn't there? So since INEC was there, we went ahead with the Congress. And it was so peaceful.
Okay, so with what you're saying that the election held, the Congress held, you were here manifest, Wike is now saying that.
Well, for more on the brewing crisis facing the PDP, we're now joined by Okechukwu Osuoha, Deputy National Legal Advisor of the PDP. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
Newsnight.
my moderator.
Well, let's get your perspectives on the crisis currently rocking the PDP ahead of its neck tomorrow. Well, with the sealing of the PDP Secretariat, there were concerns whether the neck would hold, but we've heard from Umar Damagum, the chairman of the party, that it will still hold at 10 o'clock tomorrow. But let's get your thoughts on what's happening with the PDP now.
Thank you so much. I think I will start by saying that what's happening in my party, PDP, is all about man-made, because it's unfortunate. You look at the issues that are actually causing crisis. They are just, minor issues that could have been handled. But my problem
when you say minor issues, which issues now?
Even the
specifically,
issues, specifically like
yes.
You're talking about what is causing our problem in the party, the national secretary issue, like even sealing of the party office. These things are things, even the sealing of the party office, I look at it as an administrative or official negligence that it might have occurred over time. But then there must be a way forward. So you talk about it, like in my party, the problem we've been having is that Nigeria is a democratic society, and democracy must try by the rule of law. And what is the rule of law? We have a ground norm of the law in Nigeria. This is the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the party as an association has equally a constitution. That's the law. It's a statutory body. So if we abide by the laws and the rules and regulations, we will be having a problem. You're talking about issue of national secretary. The issue of national secretary is a national officer that was elected through a national convention.
But that seems to have been overtaken with
it has been
other
taken
events.
By events.
Now that you have Wike pulling out of the
Wike pulling out from the reconciliation. Like I had, even the one of the board of trustee member, former national vice chairman of PDP in the Southwest, that Bodejo, he said it, that actually he might be aggrieved or maybe he's angered by one issue or the other. and he decides to take an action. But that action is overreaching. I think I'm appealing. All the stakeholders, we must come together and see how we can move this party forward. PDP is the fulcrum of democracy in Nigeria. And right now, Nigerians look up to PDP to salvage them from the bad governance of APC. And everybody keep on asking me, even from my state, what is happening, what is happening. So it is left for us to come together. Let everybody shade your sword, whatever is your grievance. Let's come together and make sure we move forward. You've mentioned about the reconciliatory body committee that has been set up, and is chaired by an eminent personality like Senator Bukola Saraki, former governor, former Senate president, and other eminent personalities involved. So they should come and let all the stakeholders, let everybody come and give his take. Let's find out what is your annoyance, and then it will be handled before the National Convention. The National Convention is just to take place by August, just by the side of it. It's coming very soon. So if we can put our house in order and do a peaceful and well-organized convention and produce a national officer that will take over the party towards 2027 election, I believe our party will still move forward and take over this country.
Mr. Osuoha, some would say that the problem is that the party has refused to face the elephant in the room, which is that the PDP has become the party of one man or a few individuals who are able to wield power. For instance, the name of the FCT minister, Wike, seems to be at the center of everything, wherever you look, whether it's the Southeast, that are now saying they will pull out of the party. You hear the name of the minister. If it's the national secretary issue, you also hear the name of the minister. You know, even when it came to choosing a candidate for your party in the 2023 elections, where many people believe that's where the issue started from, you hear the name of the minister. So is it really about one man who has become so powerful, or the PDP losing, you know, its grip as opposition party?
You know,
are you telling yourselves the truth?
That's what I want to address. You see, the perspective, it depends on the perspective somebody looks at any issue. The minister of FCT has been a member of PDP. And this party, it didn't start today, has had problems and issues in the past. And party is not a limited liability company. It's an association. And people must have to sponsor the party and must have to, bring things that to manage the party. So he has contributed his quota, and like other stakeholders. But then, like I said,
contributed or taken over running the party.
What I said, he who pays the party, most times people contribute. Even in the constitution of the party, every member of that party is supposed to be paying some dues, but people don't pay. Even senators, the governors, they have some subventions that they bring to the party, to the management of the party. And this particular name you have mentioned, the way he was governor, if there was a time our party had issues and one even almost collapsed during the time of Amadou Sherif and even through to the time of McCarthy. So he came and supported the party. And other people have supported the party too. So he has always he has benefited equally. Like myself, I was 2 times commissioner in Abia State. I was the local government. I benefited from this party, PDP. And I will not allow this party to crumble. So if people are certain, don't trivialize issues. You're always talking, Wike, minister for everything. Whatever it is, let us come and address core issues, governance, and how we can make our party to be formidable to go and take over power from APC.
But how do you address the issues when you say everybody should come to the table, but we hear the same minister, Wike, says he has been betrayed by his one-time ally, Governor Seyi Makinde, also one-time member of the G5 governors, and says he's pulling out of the reconciliation. So how do you bring everybody back to the table?
And that's why I cannot really reconcile that statement, because myself, all of us are now, we are suffering from that. There was something that happened before the election, 2023. And you saw that G5, when they came on board, because they were aggrieved, they didn't get their interest was not protected. And at the end of the day, it cost us that government. We didn't get that power. Because if we had gotten that power, all of us must have benefited by now. So if 2 of them, they are friends, and they had that G5, and they benefited, they were there. So for them now to quarrel is something I cannot. They might have some.
What do you think are the implications of that? I mean, Wike says he will fight until justice is done.
Politicians, they always come up with statements. Even in America, you see Trump, they will always blow up, make up one assertion or the other. But I know that let people don't allow their personal interests to override the collective interest of the party.
Is that what's at the core of this?
Yes, but it's personal
crisis in the
interest.
PDP?
Everybody is because of that. Some people want to contest for governorship or president or senate, and the time has not even arrived. And they have started bringing those interests, those personal interests. That is what is affecting our party. But whatever interest you have, let us face and do it in accordance with the law, the constitution of the party. In section 2 of our constitution provided that every, subject to the provisions of the constitution of the federal republic, that every member of this party and its organs must be binded by the provisions of the constitution. But now most of them are deviating. They are not following that provisions of that constitution. The constitution is clear.
As it pertains to what exactly? Is it the
even like all those positions or rotation of power, like in 2023, I was there.
Do you think
our
Wike
party,
is fighting
there's a provision
cause?
in our constitution of our party that provided for rotation of power. That if the chairman of the party comes from this zone, like the north, then that the presidency should be zoned to the south.
Right.
And vice versa. So, but when he got to that, I'm a member of NEC. In the last NEC before the primary of this presidential primary, there was that serious issue. Where do we zone our presidency? It was there. And all the stakeholders were there. But what we did, we said there was these people who came up with the opinion that a lot of people have been allowed to buy forms. They have bought forms. That
Mr.
if you now
for want of time, you cite the constitution and that your party is a party of constitution, but your constitution also says your NEC should have held way before now. This 99th NEC has been postponed. I have lost count of how many times it will be postponed. There was a statement that came out recently under the Anyanwu faction saying it has been postponed. But today we have heard from the likes of Chief Bode George and Alhaji Damagun that says it will go ahead tomorrow after the caucus meeting.
You know, before every other
so will it hold?
Yes, before every other NEC meeting, there's always a caucus meeting and BOT meeting where they discuss about the agenda and the issues to be discussed in that NEC. And that's what is going on now.
So will your NEC
So let's watch out by tomorrow what it will happen. As far as I'm concerned, most of these things are, we are managing human beings, and administratively in a party, you're aggregating the whole interest of diverse groups and the people.
So are you confident that the NEC will hold tomorrow?
That's what I'm saying. But the procedure and process is being followed.
Right.
Already there have been caucus meeting today, and there have been a BOT meeting will take place.
Right.
Then by tomorrow, we will now look at seeing that the NEC will hold or not. That's what I will tell you.
Okay, so you still have doubts apparently that it will. Okay,
because there are issues now. You have said about our party being sealed today, which is
we have to leave it there. We have to leave it there. Thank you very much.
We wish you the best
Thank you.
in the PDP.
Thank you.
Okay,
And I thank you people too, the media who are promoting good governance in this country.
Thank you very much. It's our job to do. Okay, Chukwu Osuoha is Deputy National Legal Advisor of the PDP. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.